Hey everyone, good morning, and this morning I'm at John's Modern Cabins, just a few miles west of Rolla, and this is a very, very historic place here. A lot of people know about John's Modern Cabins. The old neon sign is still here, and a few of the old cabins is still here. So let's go take a look. This place is not looking too good. It looks like only one cabin is left. This one right here is fallen in and demolished. One little cabin there kind of still standing. Right there is the famous John's Modern Cabins sign. Still here, amazingly. Take a look at the other side. This side looks a little bit better. You can see some colors. There's still a few sticks of neon hanging on there. Beautiful sign. There's an old sign right here. It says that John's Modern Cabins was built in the 1930s. They were log structures, and of course, this place has been closed for a long, long time. You can see there one side of the cabin is completely gone. There's a little shed back there. Let's take a look at the inside here. There's probably not much to see, but there was some paneling on the inside here. But this was a very small room. Looks like they've done some work to try to hold it together. These are not going to be here much longer. They are really, really in bad need of repair. I don't believe they're going to last too many more years. After we left John's Modern Cabins, we decided to come down here to this little ghost town of Arlington and just kind of see what there is here. The old Arlington store here is pretty well closed, has been, looks like. Nothing going on there. Very ghostly, sad looking place. Obviously this building was some sort of big operation at one time, with there being railroad tracks here next to it. I would guess that they probably unloaded goods here, and you know, it was kind of a hub of commerce at one time. We are now heading toward what's known as Hooker Cut, and the road just suddenly separated into 4 lanes here, and it's almost like we're driving on an abandoned road. I mean, there's no traffic out here. There's a few houses here and there, but this is a concrete road. It's got a curved edge and a median, and we're way out here in the country. And there was a lot of parts of Route 66 that was done like this to accommodate the extra traffic. But it's just kind of a little surreal that we're out here on a road that was built for huge amounts of traffic. And Now there's nothing out here except for that one truck that just went by. Okay, so we'll see you at Hooker's Cut. Okay, we are now approaching Hooker's Cut. And I know you're asking, what the heck is that? Well, when Route 66 was built through here, they cut through this hill. And at the time, which
destination is on the left.
I believe it might have been around the late 30s or 40s they built this. This was the deepest cut through a hillside in the USA. Let's get out and take a look. So if I remember reading right, they would cut 30 foot and then there would be a ledge up there at the top. They'd go 15 foot back and then go up again a little bit. Of course now you can't see anything above the 30 foot height. This is a very narrow cut. I mean, you know, on the interstate there's cuts like this now, and they're much wider because of how they build the interstates, but there's almost an echo in here between these walls. We're standing on a piece of history here, abandoned history of how this country has changed with its transportation and roadways. This is a forgotten road here. Can you imagine at one time there would have been lots of cars traveling through here on their way to California or to Chicago? Alright, we are now at the Devil's Elbow Bridge, and the reason this is known as Devil's Elbow is they used to transport logs down the river here, and when they'd get to this elbow in the river, they'd get all clogged up and in a mess. So it was nicknamed Devil's Elbow. But anyway, we're going to cross this amazing looking bridge here. We are now at St. Cloud, Missouri, at the strange and unusual place called Uranus. And they have a little bit of everything going on here. Store, sideshow, fudge factory. This could get interesting. They have a little sideshow you can go in, take a look at. I'm a little bit afraid of doing this, but heck, let's give it a try. They have a lot of posters in here up on the ceiling.
Is there like a map or something online that we can look at, or?
I like their neon sign here to help you identify which restroom to go to.
Oh, even though on the map. See, I'm not super familiar.
And you can even get your plastic chicken here. Here we have a few Fiji fish, or Fiji mermaids. There's about 4 of them in here. Each one's a little bit different. And here is the biggest of all the Fiji mermaids. They're a little scary, I have to say. Here's Abominable Snowman, and I guess that's Bigfoot. And Bill Dirk's the man with 3 eyes. Here's a couple of mummies. Here's the 2-headed woman. Another Fiji mermaid. And actually this is a Fiji crocodile. Or crocodile woman, I guess you would call it. Very large mummy here.
Never before shown, and you may never have the chance to see it again. Don't miss this unexpected.
Okay, I would only do this for my channel, but I'm going to sit down in an electric chair. Luckily, I'm not touching anything while I'm sitting here in this thing. Yikes. Look at that, y'all. That is not fake. That is not fake. Wow. Amazing. Two swords. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Your turn.
Okay, that was interesting. I enjoyed that. It was a little scary, but it was very interesting. Something interesting to do. Here we are now at the, I hope I'm saying this right, Geskart or Geskozark River Bridge. This is an old abandoned ghost bridge here. I think it's still safe to walk across, so we're gonna take a little trek across it, check it out. It's kind of cool to be able to walk on these old abandoned bridges. Looks like this bridge has really been patched up. There's pavement in places, there's concrete in places, patches everywhere. Pretty rough looking. Looks like somebody would like to see this bridge saved. And it's kind of interesting how a lot of all of these old bridges that's on Route 66, people have a strong affection for them. They want to preserve them. And they are really unique. You don't see bridges built like this anymore. They're built more like these bridges here that's crossing the river. These old overhead truss bridges are pretty unique. Want to come down and do a shot here from the underside of the bridge just to give you a different perspective of it. Here we are at the famous Munger Moss Motel. This is an incredible neon sign. And the Munger Moss is still in operation. You can come here and spend the night and experience some history. Now, I'm going to ask you to tell me, what does this sign look like? What other motel chain do you know that had a sign like this? If you said Holiday Inn, you're correct. Holiday Inn's sign was so iconic that other businesses wanted to copy it as much as they could without, getting into copyrights, because so many people were familiar with the Holiday Inn sign. They believed that their sign looked somewhat to it that it would draw business in. But it's too bad we're not here at night. I'd love to see this lit up. We are now in Springfield, Missouri at the famous Rail Haven Court. And here is another sign, looks a lot like Munger Moss, but this is another one that's kind of a spin-off of Holiday Inn. Can you kind of see the styling in it that resembles that? Beautiful, big neon sign. And lots of neon on this one. Love that TV part right there. That's cool. And look here, this thing had light bulbs, probably chasing light bulbs around the edge, and they have replaced all of that with neon tubes. Well, there it is, folks. Rail Haven Court. Beautiful old classic neon sign on Route 66. All right, here I am in Springfield at Steak and Shake. Look at the styling here. Isn't that just beautiful? Neon around the roof up there. And these are the car hop spots right here where you can pull up and they'll come out and take your order. I can smell those steak burgers from here. This is a classic old restaurant. Now I can see that sign on top a little bit better. Isn't that incredible? Beautiful, beautiful. Let's go take a quick peek inside. Well, we're staying here in Springfield tonight at the Rail Haven Court. This is an old motor court, and since we're here at night, I'm going to walk around and show you what the neon looks like. Here above the Burma Shave sign is a replica of the early neon sign they had here. This is much smaller than the original, and this unique shape that it has is supposed to look like a split rail fence around the edge of the sign. I love these old motels that has all the rooms on one level, and these are so quaint looking, and they have the little chairs outside for everyone to sit in. Just so neat. And they do have a nice pool here as well. They got a couple of old gas pumps up here at the office, and I love the styling of this office. I love that stonework that's out here. And they have this pretty old car right here. This is a Ford. And they have a nice looking neon sign out here pointing the way to Springfield. Back here they have an old Best Western sign that had the crown on it. Do you remember Best Western having crowns? And this crown had the animated light bulbs on it. I love those. And my family, the Rivers family, built these signs for years and years. Okay, well, this is the end of a long day here in Springfield, Missouri, and I'm about ready to hit the hay. So good night, y'all. See you next video.